Tune in as Interpret Your World's co-founder, Juan Prieto, talks about the highlights of his workday as a professional medical video remote interpreter. If you are aspiring to learn something new and gain insight into what the world of medical interpretation is really like, then you've come to the right place. Follow along as Juan talks not only about his success, but the daily challenges he has to overcome to become a better interpreter each and every day. This is Unwind Sessions with Juan Prieto.
So how's that for an intro, guys, right? That was nice. That looks fancy. I saw that intro and I was thinking to myself, oh wow, man, I made it. Mama, I made it. So, credit where credit is due, right? First and foremost, we have to thank all of our Patreons. Of course, we could have never done it without you. It's already 29 of you right now. And I just want to thank you guys so much. Honestly, there is no way that intro and everything else that is happening with this channel, all of the progress that we are making, this couldn't have happened without any of you. Who am I talking about? Of course, or Patreons, which are 29. So I'm probably not gonna be really good in camera because I forgot to prepare for this. I thought it would work, but I guess not. But it will work, right? So thank you very much to Esteban Rios, Francisca Osorio, Adrian Stubbs, John Maroney, Janet Halbert, Mark Friedman, Jeremy Swint, Emilio Molina, Tim Dempsey, Macarena Paz Kotek, Jonathan Jones, Celinda Home Decor, Matthew Grubbs, Tom Emerson, Alejandra Ontiveros, Margaret Schenk, or Schenk. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, Margaret. Forgive me. Margaret Schenk, Sonia Zavala, Karina Iniguez, Amanda Elizabeth, Rocio Veron Cadanillas, Walter Alvarado, Gary, Leandro Espino Maurtua, Leandro Espino Maurtua, Stephanie Morlet, Melissa Way, Andrea Barrett, Anthony Fabiola Miller, and Jesus Contreras. So a round of applause to every one of you guys. You are the ones that are making Interpret Your World possible. So thank you guys so much. I have to bow myself to you in gratefulness. You guys are great. All right, and now that I have thanked all of you because of that awesome intro, I almost could not believe it when they showed it to me. I was just amazed. I was just as amazed as you guys. So I love it. I simply cannot stop talking about it. So I'm just gonna shut up right now and I'm just gonna get started. So hello guys, today is Friday, August 27, 2021. Today I took a total of 31 sessions, like always a mix between audio and video sessions. There were a little bit more video sessions today, but there were a couple of long audio sessions, so it kind of balanced out, right? So it was a very long day today though. For some reason my back is hurting, so I'm just getting ready to go home and do some homework. How about that? All right, so there were no highlights today, guys. For the most part it was just a pretty easy, straightforward day. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that made these neurons fire drastically, you know, trying to come up with an interpretation or just telling the doctor that this was the first time I've ever heard that word in my life, right? There was nothing of that. So today we are just gonna get right into the good stuff. We're just gonna get into the 300 most prescribed medications in the US, part 2. And yesterday I was only able to do 8 medications, so today I'm gonna do 8 again, and we're gonna stop at number 16. So this is gonna help me gauge to see how many medications I'm gonna be able to do. Remember guys that this is gonna be an ongoing series. I'm not gonna do it all at the same time. We'll see. If I run out of ideas of things to do like in future videos, then you'll probably get more of these videos. But if not, I'll probably be doing them like every Wednesday for sure. Wednesdays are gonna be medication days. All right, so let's get started. Just like yesterday's video, this is part 2, by the way. I'm gonna post a link up here and of course in the description to part 1, so you guys do not miss it and you guys can be up to date and be ready whenever you have to interpret this medications, right? So the definitions were obtained from clinicalc.com, nhs.uk, rxlist.com, and medlineplus.gov. All right, so let's get started with number 9. Remember, this is starting on number 9 because this is part 2. So number 9 is Losartan potassium. Losartan potassium. Why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? Losartan potassium, and this is Losartan potásico. Losartan. Why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? Losartan. Pretty sure it's Losartan. And this is the brand name right here, Cozar. So you'd think this is a medication that I hear every day, and my brain is just confusing me right now. It's Friday. I just want to go home and do some homework. Unfortunately, I can't say I gotta go home and rest because I know that's not gonna happen. Okay, so before I give you the definition to Losartan potassium, I just want to let you guys know that this didn't happen to me, by the way. This happened to one of our co-workers, and he mentioned it in the work chat because we have a chat at work that we could speak to all of our co-workers, so that's pretty cool. But he mentioned that this lady mentioned that instead of saying Losartan, see, that's why I was saying Losartan. I'm sorry, it's Losartan. I don't know what was wrong with me. But anyways, Losartan, and I can't say it anymore, man. That little switch just keeps on going on and off. Losartan. So Losartan, and the lady, instead of saying Losartan, she said that she was taking Lord Satan. So that's like in the translation in English would be Lord Satan. So this lady was taking Lord Satan for her medication, right? So I thought that was pretty funny, and I remember this when I was writing this. I was like, oh, I remember that one because I was gonna let you guys know the names, the funny names, how people have pronounced medications. I have one more for today. So let's get right to it, right? The definition for Lord Satan, for Losartan is used alone or in combination with other medications to treat high blood pressure. Losartan, why am I saying that wrong? Is also used to decrease the risk of stroke in people who have high blood pressure and a heart condition called left ventricular hypertrophy, enlargement of enlargement of the walls of the left side of the heart. Losartan may not decrease the risk of stroke in African Americans who have these conditions. The medication is also used to treat kidney disease in people who have type 2 diabetes, condition in which the body does not use insulin normally and therefore cannot control the amount of sugar in the blood, and high blood pressure. Losartan is in a class of medications. Losartan. I'm just gonna stop saying it. Losartan, and I just said it again, is in a class of medications called angiotensin 2 receptor antagonist. It works by blocking the action of certain natural substances that tighten the blood vessels, allowing the blood to flow more smoothly and the heart to pump more sufficiently. So Losartan is pretty much a medication for high blood pressure. And to be honest, I had to look up the name Cozar, the band name, because I have never ever heard that name before. They always say Losartan or Losartan. Oh, that sounds very weird. I said it well right now. I don't know what's going on with me. I need a break. All right. So that was Losartan. I don't know. I'll let you guys know on Monday how to pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry about that. My brain's not working functionally. It's not working functionally today. Just by saying that, you can see that my brain is not functioning normally today. All right. I'm still gonna. Everything else is gonna be fine. Just Losartan. I'm sorry. All right. And now, the next medication is Simvastatin, and this is Simvastatin, and the brand name for that is Zocor. So that's pretty similar, right? Zocor. I'm sorry. Zocor. And Simvastatin belongs to a group of medicines called statins. It is used to lower cholesterol if you've been diagnosed with high blood cholesterol. It is also taken to prevent heart disease, including heart attacks and stroke. Your doctor may prescribe Simvastatin if you have had a family history of heart disease or long-term health conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis or type 1 or 2 diabetes. The medicine is available on prescription as tablets. You can also buy a low-strength 10 milligram tablet from a pharmacy. So for the most part, any medication that has statin on the name is going to be to treat high cholesterol in the blood, and this is Simvastatin. And for the most part, high cholesterol medication is also prescribed to patients that have either type 1 or 2 diabetes, because they have a higher risk of having some problems due to cholesterol if they also have either type 1 or type 2 diabetes. So expect to hear that name a lot. Of course, all the names all of the medications on this list, like, they're like, I don't know what to say, but they're medications you should know. Like, this is gonna be your life now. You're gonna be hearing these medications on a daily basis now. Gabapentin, and this is Gabapentina in Spanish, and the brand name is Neurontin. And I have a really funny story for this one. A lady once, and this was I answered that session, and she said that she was taking Gabapentin. Now, for those of you that don't speak Spanish, Gabapentin would be a literal translation for claw skate. All right, so this lady was taking claw skate for her medication, Gabapentin. So I just thought it was pretty funny, Gabapentin. Also, Gabapentin could be like a flea or something, like a tiny flea or something. That's what it sounds like, because garrapata in Spanish is like flea. So, or tick, I think, flea or tick, one of those two. So yeah, I thought it was pretty funny when she said that. And that's just to show you that sometimes people don't even know what they're taking or the names of their medications, and it comes as a surprise to me, right? But of course, whenever a doctor prescribes something to me, I don't even remember the names of what they are unless I have a family that I'm familiar with it, right? But I mean, if you're taking a medication for 5 years and you don't know the name of it, I mean, you might want to get your priorities in line. let's go to the next one. This is Acetaminophen Hydrocodone bitartrate. Where is, I can't even see it. I can't even see it. Where was it? Right here, number 12. Acetaminophen Hydrocodone bitartrate. And in Spanish is bitrato de hidrocodona y acetaminofeno. And the Spanish name, the brand name for that is Vicodin. And this is pretty much, well, let me give you the definition. Acetaminophen hydrocodone bitartrate is a combination of the narcotic hydrocodone and a non-narcotic pain reliever acetaminophen used for the relief of moderate to moderately severe pain. So this is a medication which is by prescription only, and it's a medication that it's a narcotic, so they're gonna make you sign a permission stating that you're gonna dispose well of this medication and that you're not gonna abuse this medication because this could cause an addiction. And this is not really all that great to take a lot because it has acetaminophen, which acetaminophen, if you're not familiar with that, is just plain old Tylenol. When they give people this medication for pain, they tell them don't take any extra Tylenol because this already contains that ingredient. So it's a powerful medication, one not to be taken lightly, and this is a very, very common medication, common painkiller narcotic, to whenever they get out of a surgery, whenever they have to go home for a surgery, that is a medication. That and oxycodone are like the top two medications they send for severe or really bad pain for recovering after surgery. All right, let's get to number 13, and that is hydrochlorothiazide, and in Spanish is Hydrochlorothiazide, and the brand name for it is Microzide or Hydrodural. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have never heard the brand names of those medications. It's always hydrochlorothiazide, and you are gonna do good if you remember that right now. Hydrochlorothiazide, hydrochlorothiazide. I think that's like one of the hardest medications that you are gonna have to remember. So what is this? Hydrochlorothiazide is used alone or in combination with other medications to treat high blood pressure. Hydrochlorothiazide is used to treat edema, fluid retention, excess fluid held in the body tissues caused by various medical problems including heart, kidneys, and liver disease, and to treat edema caused by using certain medications including estrogen and corticosteroids. Hydrochlorothiazide is in a class of medications called diuretics or water pills. Remember that. It works by causing the kidney to get rid of unneeded water and salt from the body into the urine. So this is a medication that is given to patients that have high blood pressure and that they are retaining fluids to get that fluid all over their body, because the more fluid that they have, the more pressure that is going to build up in their body. So one of the ways that they can lower this high blood pressure is by ridding the patient of that extra fluid. And this is a very, very, very common medication. Of course, it's on the list, right? So I have to stop saying that. Very common. Of course, it's common. It's on the list. All right, and 14. Yeah, I was getting scared. I thought I only had 2 left, but I have 3. All right, yeah, I think we have time for all 3 of them. All right, and this is going to be Sertraline hydrochloride, and this is clorhidrato de sertralina for Spanish, and this is Zoloft. Now, I remember when I was a little kid, I was living in the U.S., and I remember those commercials, right, for Zoloft. I don't know if that was a brand new medication back then. We're talking about 1996, 1997. And I remember those commercials like, do you wake up sleepy in the morning? Is it hard for you to get out of bed? Are you really tired at night? Right? I was thinking, I was like, damn, I think I need that medication. Mama, can you get me some Zoloft? Can you ask my medical provider if that medication is right for me? I don't know why, but I mean, after listening to that commercial, it always made me want to try this medication. I always wondered. Of course, when I grew up, I realized it was just for depression, and I was like, I hope I never get to try that medication, and I never have. All right, so what is sertraline for? Sertraline is used to treat depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, bothersome thoughts that won't go away, and the need to perform certain actions over and over. Panic attacks, sudden unexpected attacks of extreme fear and worry about these attacks. Post-traumatic stress disorder, disturbing psychological symptoms that develop after a frightening experience. And social anxiety disorder, extreme fear of interacting with others or performing in front of others that interferes with normal life. It is also used to relieve the symptoms of premenstrual dysphoric disorder, including mood swings, irritability, bloating, and breast tenderness. I didn't know about that. Sertraline is in a class of antidepressants called selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs. It works by increasing the amount of serotonin, a natural substance in the brain that helps maintain a balance. So this is pretty much a medication for depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic attacks. It is a pretty good medication for all of this stuff. I know it's a good medication because I know people that take this medication. It's very, very common. Even here in Mexico, it's just called Sertraline, though. Never heard Sertraline hydrochloride. So you're always, most of the time, you're going to hear Sertraline. I know it's Zoloft, but very rarely does it get called Zoloft in all of the times that I have to interpret this. So this is like the go-to medication. Like this is like the medication that even a PCP will prescribe for someone that is having depression symptoms, even before they even get to see a psychologist, or even before they even get to see a psychiatrist. A PCP can go ahead and prescribe this medication if they have some sort of suspicion that it will help their patient, right? Of course, after prescribing this medication, if they're not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, a psychologist cannot prescribe this medication, but if they're not a psychologist or a psychiatrist and depression has not been diagnosed, that's the first thing that they're gonna do. They're gonna give them this medication. They're gonna be like, take it for 2 weeks. No, take it, and it'll start to get. You'll start to feel the effects in about 2 weeks, and then, and then they give them a referral to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. A clinical psychologist may diagnose medical conditions, but they cannot prescribe medications. They have to go to the psychiatrist, and then they will either go to see one or the other. Most likely a psychiatrist, because they are needing medication, right? So they give them the prescription, and then they send them to the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist is the one that says, yeah, this medication is right for you, or add more medication, or let's forget about that one, take this one. This one is much, much better. So how do I know that? Pretty common to take that type of sessions. It's bad, you know, but it's good that we have these medications that can help people live a more regular life. Oh, and random knowledge here. I don't know where, probably in Facebook, right? I read an article that they say that they're using magic mushrooms, hallucinogen mushrooms, the mushrooms that you eat, and then you see the whole universe unraveling in front of you. What is it? The fabric of reality unraveling in front of you. There was a mosquito. That's why I was looking that way, but he just flew away. All right, and they're using magic mushrooms to treat in almost all of the conditions that were named here: depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, and they are finding that treating just one single treatment with magic mushrooms is much better in the long term than sertraline. So isn't that crazy? Like, we're banning all of this stuff, and we're not even letting we are letting people use it as medication now, but that should have been studied a long time ago, in my opinion. Of course, nobody cares about my opinion, right? I'm not an authority on the subject, so who cares? But that's just something that is happening. So don't be surprised if your psychiatrist offers you some mushrooms and to treat your depression, right? So we're gonna see a lot of depressed people trying to score some mushrooms, right? Hopefully not. And I'm just kidding, guys, all right? Don't get upset between. I'm just being a fool right now. It's Friday. Take it lightly. All right, the next medication is Montelukast in Spanish, and the brand name is Singular. Now, I've had to translate Montelukast. Of course, this is the same, and in Singular. The first time that I heard it, though, the lady called it Montelukast, so that's what I was using. I thought it was the name of the medication. I've never heard it, right? So, and there was no way to look it up because I couldn't find it as Montelukast, so I just went with it, Montelukast. It sounds kind of the same, right? So I have heard the name of that brand, the name of this medication as a brand name, Singular or Montelukast. So Montelukast is used to prevent the symptoms of asthma. It's usually prescribed when asthma is mild and can stop it from getting worse. It also helps people with asthma who have breathing difficulties when they exercise-induced asthma, and seasonal allergies such as sneezing, itchiness, and blocked or runny nose, allergic rhinitis. Montelukast is sometimes given to people without asthma to treat hives or urticaria that lasts for a long time, more than 6 weeks. So this is a medication that I had to interpret in sessions where the patient, yes, has asthma, or patients with seasonal allergies, just like the definition that is given here. All right, so that is a pretty common medication as well. I gotta stop saying that, right? Of course they're common. They're just like the 300 most prescribed medications. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's Friday, guys. So sorry. I know I said that too much, and it shouldn't be as an excuse. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it. All right. So let's get started with the last one that I'm gonna do today, and this is Fluticasone, and this is Flonase for allergies. There's different types of Fluticasone, but this is the most prescribed. This is what I found, so this is what I'm gonna let you guys know. But it also comes in an ointment and other stuff, inhaler and drops. No, inhaler, yes, inhaler and a steroid cream, but this is an drops, right, or nasal spray. So this is a non-prescription nasal spray used to relieve symptoms of rhinitis, such as sneezing and runny, stuffy, or itchy nose and itchy watery eyes caused by hay fever or other allergies caused by an allergy to pollen, mold, dust, or pets. Prescription Fluticasone is also used to relieve symptoms of non-allergic rhinitis, such as sneezing and runny, stuffy nose, which are not caused by allergies. Prescription Fluticasone nasal sprays, XHANCE, XHANCE, is used to treat nasal polyps, swelling of the lining of the nose. Fluticasone nasal spray should not be used to treat symptoms like sneezing, stuffy nose, runny nose, or itchy nose caused by the common cold. Fluticasone is in a class of medications called corticosteroids It works by blocking the release of certain natural substances that cause the allergy symptoms. So this is a medication, the non-prescription. I've had to interpret many times for allergies, and the other one though, the non-prescription one, I've never had. There's never been a session where a doctor has prescribed that one. So this is a very common medication for allergies for all of the symptoms that were mentioned. Of course, not for the cold. All right. So we have reached the end of today's session. That's going to be pretty much it for me today, guys. Please leave your questions in the comments and I will answer some of them on the next session. Remember that I'll be here every Monday through Friday. Also remember that we have a Patreon page for as little as just $1. You can help to motivate us to create much more content, and you have access to everything on that page. All the medical practice videos add free scripts, answer sheets, vocabulary lists, and much more content, and you will forever win a place inside of our heart. So we love our Patreons, we love everyone that has bought us a coffee, we love our subscribers, we love all of you that have reached the end of this video. Thank you so much. Remember that all the contributions for Patreon are used to give you much high quality content like the intro and the outro that you're about to see. Yes, we have an outro as well. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so for much more content, and don't forget to share. Happy interpreting. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unwind Sessions. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. And if you learned something new today, it'd be great if you left us a review. You can also visit us on patreon.com/interpretyourworld or visit our website, interpretyourworld.com. Unwind Sessions.